With us now is educator John Messina. Welcome, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Thank you so much for having me.
It's nice to have you here. So you reached out to me on social media. I loved your story and I wanted to just shine a light on you because I thought what you were doing is extraordinary. So you spend your life motivating high school students right now.
That's correct.
Okay. How did that journey begin for you?
I became a teacher about 20 years ago. Believe it or not, I never saw myself becoming a teacher. School was always a challenging thing for me, and I think that's what eventually made me make the turn, because I wanted to be the difference maker in young lives.
And sometimes physical education during the day is the period that the students most look forward to. Plus, you're helping them because when they're like working out and they're like physically active, it burns off that extra teenage angst.
Exactly.
Right?
Absolutely.
So that they can focus on their studies.
Yep.
And people, I wish somebody would have told me that earlier in life, you know, instead of later in life, because now it makes sense.
Sure.
Because people are like, oh, and then there's some people that just hate it. Like I used to have to wear in middle school, we had to have like a gym uniform. Like it was like this onesie kind of thing that zipped up the front and, you know, but now people get to wear their own street clothes if they want. But
That's
no
correct.
jeans, right?
No jeans.
No jeans. No jeans.
No.
So because of your passion for wanting to help others, you came up with something extraordinary, and it is called Fight Story. What is that, John? What are you doing with that?
So in addition to teaching, I'm an actor and filmmaker as well. A few years back, I had lost my dad, my mom, and my grandma all within a very short period of time. And sometimes in life, terrible things can yield and create really beautiful things. And that's I'm kind of a product of that happening. My dad had asked me 24 hours before he passed away if I could do him one last favor, and the favor was to run the Rocky Steps for him. It was something we always planned on doing as a father-son, but we never got the opportunity because his life was cut short. And then short time after that, I lost my mom, and then literally 24 hours after losing my mom, my grandma passed away, my mom's mom.
Which I thought was like just heart-wrenching when I read what you had wrote me. I was like, I'm so sorry for that.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a tough time, and after that I kind of felt myself kind of slipping away and losing focus in kind of every aspect of my life. And I would say about a year had passed after all the dust settled, and I woke up one day and everything changed. I had a completely different mindset when I woke up. And with this different shift, I felt the idea came to me that I never fulfilled that promise to my dad, to get down to Philly and run the steps for him.
And it's 2.5 hours away.
It's 2.5 hours if you're lucky. So I woke up that day and I knew I had one mission, one goal. Got myself to Philadelphia and proceeded to make my journey to the top of those steps. But what happened at the top was really the magic that took place.
Let's hear about the magic, because the magic is what led to a series that you have now, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
And so let's talk about the series, and then we'll go back to that moment.
Sure. Okay. So the series is called Fight Story. It's a 3-part documentary series. Each piece is going to be feature length, so movie length, hour and a half long. And in each part, we're going to feature 5 different stories. Each story is super inspiring. I've come across the most unbelievable individuals to take this journey with me. And it's been really something, unbelievable what's taken place.
And
have to be honest.
You're independent, you're going to you're doing fundraising, right?
Yeah.
So where can people, if they want to donate to the cause, go?
So I don't need money to make my product. I'm funding that completely on my own, out of my own pocket. But what we are doing is selling, all Fight Story merchandise through the Bulldough.com website.
Bulldough.
Yeah.
D-O-U-G-H.
Yeah.
Where's the dough?
BULLDOUGH.com. And all of that money that we raise, 100% goes towards children with autism. And that's inspired by one of our featured segments in our film.
And what happened at the top?
So at the top of the steps, I arrived there late at night, and very emotional time for me. I make it to the top and I collapse, I'm crying. And then out of nowhere, I just felt like a comfort that I hadn't felt in a very long time. And thinking back now, I truly believe, and not to sound corny or anything, but I think my mom and my dad were with me. It was a very spiritual experience for me. And with all of this happening, I was literally hit at the top of those steps with the idea to create Fight Story.
And there it begins.
And that's how it began.
John, thank you so much for joining us. We wish you continued success.
Thank you so much.
In all that you do. And here backstage in the studio today is one of my former college students. I'm so excited that he's here looking around. And so you just never know who you inspire along the way, but I know that your series is going to, hit home runs. It's going to be beyond, I guess knockouts, right?
There you go. There you go.
Knockouts, but it'll be a knockout. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
So proud of you and so joyful to know you. Thank you so much. John Messina. So take a look at all he's doing and follow Fight Story.